Let's talk about the possibility of Christian Bale returning as Batman for the Flash multiverse movie. Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are returning as Batman, so why can't Christian Bale show up as well? What's going on, DC and Batman fans? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, the Viking. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for a brand new video every single day. No, I haven't heard anything. Nobody has said anything to me about Christian Bale returning as Batman. Today is just a fun video talking about the possibility of it happening. So don't quote me on anything, okay? Okay, so look. Christian Bale as Batman. His franchise, his trilogy was hugely successful. The box office jumped up movie after movie. Batman Begins made 360 million worldwide. The Dark Knight Rises both hit $1 billion. So would Christian Bale show up in the Flash movie? He said he would never do a Batman 4 unless Christopher Nolan was involved, and he never wanted to do that, so it didn't happen, even though Warner Brothers offered Christian Bale a lot of money to return to the role. Of course, didn't happen. Ben Affleck came in, did an awesome job. But Christian Bale also said that he would never do comic book movies again after The Dark Knight Rises, and we will see him later this year in a Marvel movie as the villain in Thor: Love and Thunder. So, would Christian Bale return? It looks like he has had a change of mind when it comes to comic book movies. The Flash movie is coming out, and it's been delayed. And this is why this is more of a possibility. The Flash movie has been delayed, so that gives more time for reshoots and adding cameos. Because I can bet you anything, Warner Brothers are looking at Spider-Man No Way Home and thinking, wow, that had so much hype around it. How can we equal or surpass that hype? What other characters, what other surprises can we keep for our own Flash movie? Because remember, everything leaked for Spider-Man No Way Home. There wasn't really any surprises whatsoever. DC don't have their movie coming until June 2023. We already know Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck will be in it, but they can keep a lot more surprises for that movie. They could have the Justice League show up, they could have Nicolas Cage Superman show up, but what's bigger than all of that? Probably Christian Bale's Batman. His box office trajectory was unbelievable. And Christian Bale as Batman hit $1 billion at the box office. That's something that Tobey Maguire didn't do as Spider-Man. That's something that Andrew Garfield didn't do as Spider-Man. The first Spider-Man movie to make $1 billion was only a few years ago with Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Holland, Spider-Man Far From Home. And of course, Spider-Man No Way Home has now made $1 billion as well. Its Blu-ray sales will be through the roof. The merchandise, the clothes, the action figures, that movie was still huge going into its Blu-ray and digital release. I think it's getting released today in some places as well. So, Christian Bale's return for the Flash movie would be huge. Because general audiences, through that time period of 2005 to 2012, Christian Bale was Batman. And I bet you if you ask a lot of people now, named Batman, they would say Christian Bale, maybe Michael Keaton as well. But Christian Bale will be in that word as well. He would be in that conversation big time. So I don't think it's out of the possibility that he could show up in the Flash movie. If I was to bet on it right now, do I think it's going to happen? I would say no. But DC are very much reactionary. They've delayed all their movies and they're trying to make as much money or more as Spider-Man No Way Home did. And you're probably like, it's not about the money. Well, you say that to an executive at Disney or at Warner Brothers that has Iron Man, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman in their movie. What do they want? They want billions of dollars. They want the Blu-ray sales through the roof. They want to make money. That's the end game with all of these executives. Look how many Transformer movies we got. The quality, the story wasn't great, but they were making billions at the box office, so they made more, until the audience was like, yeah, these movies aren't that good anymore. We've seen this several times. So don't be surprised if Warner Brothers say to Andy Muschietti, you gotta add more cameos. You gotta add more hype to this movie. We want surprises. And people will say, DC don't need to copy Marvel. Look at what happened back in 2017 with Justice League. Yes, that was a very unusual situation, terrible situation. But the differences between Spider-Man No Way Home and the Flash movie are very different in my opinion, because Spider-Man No Way Home had Spider-Mans, 3 of them. It had Spider-Man villains. And it only had one Avenger, and that was Doctor Strange. So that was basically a Spider-Man universe movie, like Into the Spider-Verse. It wasn't related to Tony Stark, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Hulk, any of these characters. They never showed up in the Spider-Man-centric movie, the Spider-Man universe movie. The Flash movie is very much different because the Flash can cross over to different parallel universes, different multiverses. He can meet different versions of the same character, which is fantastic and very, very cool, because the Flash, if he runs at a certain speed, can end up in the Burtonverse, or the Snyderverse, or the Joel Schumacherverse, or even the world where Nicolas Cage became Superman. That's the possibility with Ezra Miller as the Flash. So Spider-Man No Way Home and the Flash movie are very different to me, because the characters that can pop up, and that probably will pop up, will be very different than Spider-Man No Way Home. The Flash movie can introduce Michael Keaton's Batman, you can have Batfleck, you can have the Justice League, you can go to different universes. So this, for me, is a bigger multiverse movie, a bigger possibility than Spider-Man No Way Home. And also, we know very little about the Flash movie. We know that Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton will be in it, maybe some of the Justice League members. But outside of that, we don't really know, and that's kind of exciting as well. So going back to Christian Bale as Batman, if he was kept hidden, but he did appear on opening night in the Flash movie, the Flash ran over to that multiverse, and we got to see Christian Bale's Batman standing like that in front of his suit, that would be pretty cool. Maybe he had an interaction with Ezra Miller. Word of mouth would be insane. Christian Bale showed up, you have to go see the movie. That adds to the box office. That's what the executive want. Now, of course, the movie needs to be good. Of course it does. Spider-Man No Way Home was actually rather a good movie. Emotional, action-packed. It did the previous characters justice. And the Flash movie will have to try and do that as well, with Ben Affleck, with Michael Keaton, and maybe Christian Bale as Batman as well. Because it all comes down to money at the end of the day. And the multiverse concept seems to be in right now. And also a big factor for maybe DC going to Christian Bale and saying, look, what do you want? We want you in this movie just for a minute. What do you want? Could be Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, in the Multiverse of Madness. Who could show up there? We've heard some rumors, but the possibilities are endless there as well, because they have the X-Men Fox franchise. You have the previous non-MCU Marvel movies that came out, like Ghost Rider, stuff like that. You also got the Netflix Marvel shows, Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones. So there's a lot of possibilities of that movie. And that movie's going to be pretty big. It's going to be epic. It's going to be huge. It's going to be cameos galore. But I'm sure the story is good as well. Spider-Man No Way Home had a good story. Doctor Strange will probably have a good story as well. The Flash movie, I hope, has a good story. I'm guessing it does, because for me, I've always preferred DC's kind of main plot for their stories than Marvel, in a way. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the Flash pans out in a way. I'm just kind of annoyed that it got delayed so long. But do I think the Flash movie needs Christian Bale? No. Do I think he'll appear in the movie? No. But again, this is Warner Brothers. This is DC. They're reactionary. They are. And they have changed their tone in a way with their DCU. They want to be what Marvel is. They want to make that money. But for me, DC is better when they do original, unique stories like the Joker, like the Batman, like Zack Snyder's Justice League, like Man of Steel. These darker type movies that are pretty interesting and nearly like character studies. That's something that Marvel don't do as much. So I don't think the Flash movie needs Christian Bale, but I wouldn't be surprised if Christian Bale shows up, because his box office numbers are insane. And look at the money Spider-Man No Way Home is making. Look at the hype it still has. Top 5 in the world, the box office. Its Blu-ray sales are going to be absolutely insane. But Christian Bale hit $1 billion before Tobey and Andrew ever did. And look at the hype around them returning for Spider-Man. It was absolutely insane. It really was. I'm not saying everything is about the billion mark, but I'm talking about in terms of a Warner Brothers executive who thinks, wow, look what they did by bringing back older characters. We only have Michael Keaton coming back. Could we throw somebody else in there? Could we have maybe, what about Christian Bale? Can we talk to Christian Bale? He's doing a Marvel movie. If we can get him back for a DC movie, that would be pretty cool. And Christopher Nolan has left Warner Brothers. He's gone to Universal. He's upset with them. So I think if you throw enough money at Christian Bale for a cameo, I'm sure he would actually do it. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's something that is made happen over these next, a year basically, because a cameo can be shot pretty quickly. Let's look at Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Andy Serkis, the director, said they shot that Tom Holland, end credits scene a week before the movie came out, or 2 weeks before the movie came out. I think they shot the Spider-Man No Way Home cameo as well around the same time for that movie. Or it was done pretty close to that. And then you look at Michael Keaton, who was also in Marvel. He is in Morbius. Looking forward to that movie. He is Vulture in the MCU. He was shooting stuff for Morbius recently. And he still is. So, come on, it can be done. It can be done. Doctor Strange 2 went into massive reshoots. And they're still doing that as well. And that movie's supposed to come out in May. And, JL-17 was a very unusual movie. And it was a very toxic environment. I'm sure Doctor Strange 2 isn't that. I'm sure the Flash movie, when it goes back, won't be that as well. Things have changed, even though some of the executives are still assholes. So it can be done. It can obviously be done. Zack Snyder came back for the Snyder Cut. He got to shoot Deathstroke, Mira, Batfleck, Joker. That was cool. He got to do that pretty recent before the movie came out and was ready to go. So the possibilities of Christian Bale showing up, for me, are actually pretty high now because of two reasons. The Flash movie was delayed, and Warner Brothers are very much reactionary in what they do with their stories, looking at Marvel saying, yeah, they got some amount of hype there. How can we top that? Well, we have Batfleck, we have Michael Keaton, we have the Justice League. What if, for a cameo, we got Christian Bale as Batman again? But what do you guys think of this? Does the Flash movie need Christian Bale? And then let's look at it at a different angle. Will the Flash movie use Christian Bale's Batman because of what happened with Spider-Man No Way Home? Do I think this will happen? No. Do I want it to happen? No, not kind of. I don't. Oh, it would be cool. I love Toby coming back. That would be cool to see Christian Bale. But yeah, I don't think it will happen. I don't think it needs to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. And people are talking about, well, it doesn't make much sense because at least Keaton's world had some supernatural elements to it. He fits in with the DCU. Toby had like Sandman, stuff like that. Andrew Garfield had Lizard. So they had supernatural stuff. So it's easy to see them in the MCU or the DCU. Well, Christian Bale's universe just didn't have anything like that. So, we never got to see that world more. We never got to see what could happen in that world. And that world might be okay. It might be like our world, where it's just normal. But the Flash ends up there. So then it's not normal, Okay, guys, let's get into the comment section. Let's have a debate about this. Does the Flash movie need Christian Bale? Will Christian Bale show up in the Flash movie? Since Marvel brought back Toby and Andrew and the money that's making, the hype surrounding that movie, and also Doctor Strange 2 bringing back Charles Xavier from a different universe, Patrick Stewart, could it happen in the Flash movie? What do you think? Get into the comment section, let me know your thoughts, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm not saying this is true or it's going to happen, I just want to have a discussion about it. What do you think? I think it would be pretty cool, but I don't think the movie needs it. And I don't think it will be copying Marvel at all, because Keaton is already in the movie, so in a way you've already copied Marvel, so you might as well just go all out, But the Flash movie has something that Spider-Man No Way Home did not. It has the Justice League, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Batfleck, Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa. Hopefully Ray Fisher by the time things get sorted out, hopefully. Not only does the Flash movie have a Flash movie about himself, hopefully that's a good story, but the Flash, a solo movie, but it has the Justice League, it has Michael Keaton, it has Christian Bale's Batman, it has whatever else, because the possibilities are endless with the Flash, because he can jump to different parallel universes. The multiverse of madness will be an interesting one to see how that works, but Spider-Man No Way Home basically was just because of a wish going wrong. So no matter what happens with the Flash movie, it will be compared, it'll be the jokes about, oh, you're just copying Marvel with the multiverse thing, cool, yeah. Not really, it's DC doing their own kind of version of it, and they can stand out from the crowd because they have the Flash. So let's see how it all goes. Guys, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Get into the comment section. Will Christian Bale, now with the delay of the Flash movie, will he go there, shoot some secret scenes and end up in the movie? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Be kind below to me, I'm only having fun. I had time, I just want to talk about this in a nice environment.